Somehow 2024 just flew on by, dropped a load of very good animes for us to watch before completely ghosting us. And 2025 is somehow just following that same recipe. To save you from wasting your precious time, I took responsibility for once to watch most of these animes because I read the description of all of them and some are just straight up not appealing to me. So these are the best 2025 winter anime. To be fair, there's no sequels involved, no continuations, only fresh meat. Let's go into it. At least it's not terrible. I'm giving all of these animes 6 out of 10 because they're just above average. First off, we have I'm Living with an Otaku Neat Konichi. We have this ninja lady called Chisuri who fights off demons. She's some kind of a genius Konichi, and one day she rescues this salaryman called Tsukasa. They kind of come to an agreement where she lives with him so she can fight off these demons. To be fair, like the action part is really good. Their chemistry is really funny. As you know, a Neat doesn't really do anything. She's just at home playing video games, doesn't cook, doesn't clean, doesn't do anything. But when it comes to the play of fighting demons, she actually does the part really good. The thing is that this anime is weird because every time they shift the camera angle towards her, it always starts from her ass or her crotch or boob. Personally, do not like that. I know that somebody might like that. You heard? If we put that to the side, it's pretty funny and sparking a little bit of romance in between it tickles my heart. I really like that. She actually starts cooking and doing something around the house because she cares about Tsukasa. So I'm excited to see how the show progresses. The show is also split into like this 10 minutes episodes, kind of like a cartoonish thing. I like it that they're using those 10 minutes because we're living in an age of TikTok and nobody has that attention span anymore. But if you're looking for a little trashy anime with humor and a driss of romance, this is absolutely an anime for you. You will not be disappointed. So after watching Senshu, I didn't really feel like I've been watching something new. It's just because it has this same old formula that every other isekai has. And I think, and I guess there's been some miscommunication out there when it comes to what this anime was about, because I've seen a lot of creators talk about that they were blindsided that this was an isekai, me included. We have Natsuko Hirose, who is an animator who became a huge success after her first anime release. But while working on her next anime that she was supposed to release, she was struggling to write about the romance concept of the show because she's never been in love or experienced love herself. Then she has lunch and apparently she dies from food poisoning and transferred to another world. Anyways, when she wakes up, she's in her favorite childhood anime, and that's the twist of the show. She becomes a part of this hero group, and because this is her favorite anime, she knows the entire storyline of what's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen, and what they need to succeed. They start calling her an animator because apparently she has the power to summon her own drawings to fight for her. And when this happens, Mappa goes crazy with the animation, and it's beautiful. And I like that her anime or her summoner skills are actually like unfinished drawings that are fighting for her. You know that Mappa is gonna do well when it comes to animation because it's Mappa and they don't leave the office. To be fair, Senshu is not bad. It's entertaining enough. It's just a drawback when it's just the same formula of isekai ever. But if you're looking for some light humor, some good action scenes, I would really recommend you give it a shot. I recommend giving almost all animes a shot, at least if they sound a little bit interesting. Give them 2 or 3 episodes to see if you like it, because I've been surprised myself. So I'm like, oh, I'll keep watching it. The actually pretty good tier. I'm giving all of this anime 7 out of 10. And first up we have Okitsura fell in love with Okinawan girl I just wish I knew what she was saying. After I watched Akitsura, I thought to myself, this is a really beautiful show. It's really warm and inviting. It has this summery feeling, and I love that. I mean, summer is kind of always represented in anime when people want to go on vacation. They want to go to the Okinawan island. So we're following Teriyaki Nakamura, who is city boy who moves to the Okinawan island. He falls hard in love for a girl called Hinakyan, but she has this really deep or broad Okinawan dialect. They have some sort of way of speaking that doesn't really comprehend to normal Japanese, and I think it's really cool that they give us their dialect, because I've never heard that dialect before, and it gets me intrigued to watch more and kind of learn more about the Okinawan dialect. But Hinakyan has this dialect, and he struggles to sometimes know what she's saying, so his friend Kana translates for him. And I initially thought that she did that because she's in love with him, like, you know, the obvious story here. But it's a really cute show. I absolutely love their interactions, and I absolutely love that they're like spitting in facts about the Okinawan island, how the people interact, what kind of lore the island has, and kind of like simple rules the island has. It's really entertaining, it's cute, it's heartwarming, and I find it really nice to see how much they want to learn to communicate with each other better, to thrive as friends. We have a cat here. Hi. If you want a heartwarming show filled with warm colors and everything like that, I would totally recommend you check out Okitsura. Let's jump into the next one. Headhunted to Another World, from Salaryman to the Big Four. As you probably guessed because of the title of this anime, yes, it is an isekai.
But also, why do you like this isekai better?
Let me tell you, because I wasn't expecting much from this anime, because it's an isekai and it's another isekai about this goddamn salaryman that dies and blah blah blah, gets another world, and it's the most powerful being in the entire world. But it's not that. It's simply just a salaryman in another world being used, not used exactly, but kind of being used for his powers as a salaryman. I know, right? What? They're flipping the script? So basically we have this salaryman called Uchimura who's been pushed around by his leaders the entire time he was alive in the human realm. Did everything he could, put on a smile, but was never appreciated by his bosses. Unexpectedly plucked out from the demon lord of this demon realm and gets transferred into the top rank under the demon lord himself. Because apparently this salaryman is so freaking good at negotiating that the demon lord himself was like, hey, you know what, this guy, yeah, let's have this guy on our team. He'd probably show us world peace or give world peace to this realm. And what I really liked about this anime is that it's chill, it's laid back. There's some action scenes, not too much, but it's mostly about that negotiation part of the salaryman's life and how he's able to use his words to bring peace among the people and among the beast people and everyone around him. I think it's really interesting that one aspect of the show is that when he is actually trying to figure out how he's gonna speak to these people and like the talking plan or the speech plan, he gets kind of transferred to this bar where salaryman goes to drink, and I think that's just a really cute to implement the realistic life that he had before. It's cute, it's really chill. It's an anime that actually proved me wrong, and I will continue to watch this anime. If you want a simple, just laid back anime, go watch Headhunted to Another World. You will not regret it. I know, it's another isekai.
But Josh,
Shut up, let me tell you about it. Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf. This anime is about a reverse isekai. I got you intrigued now. We're following Kazuhiro, and Kazuhiro's only hobby is sleeping, and that's a good cause because every time since he was a child, he gets transferred to another world and he just thinks he's dreaming. First of all, I don't get how he thinks he's dreaming because he's packing lunch with him. Like, hello? Anyways, he goes on this spectacular and fun adventure with an elf called Maria Bell. And like I said, he doesn't know that he's being transferred to another world, even though he has this lunch in his back pocket or in his backpack. But he realizes that when him and Maria Bell get scorched by a dragon and wakes up in his bed with Maria Bell naked by his side. Why is she naked? I think you know the answer to that.
Hentai.
Honestly, this anime is really cute because we have Maria who knows nothing about Japan and gets to know how Japan works, and Kazuhiro takes her around, introduces her to food. She starts learning Japanese and their connection with each other just gets closer and closer, and I love the romance. You know, I'm a sucker for a good romance anime. Their silly interactions has me very much invested in the story and how they are going to progress. What I enjoyed mostly though is that the music and the ambience effect of the whole show really complements each other. It's not very jarring as many animes has to be. The animation and the art style is really cute. It's light, it's beautiful, and my first thought when I started this anime was this is going to be good. If you want a little bit of romance in your life, and if you want to flip the script of an isekai, you should absolutely go watch this anime. Then now we're talking to you. I gave these animes 8 out of 10 because they're right there. I think that could be good. The numbers could go up in the end of this anime. Let me tell you about this first one. I'm getting married to a girl that I hate in my class. I know that when you hear this title, maybe you're like me and you're like, no, because when I read about it on Mal, that was my first kind of reaction to it. But Saito and Akane, these guys are school rivals. They're always bantering, fighting, and they're struggling to get along well. So of course, in true anime fashion, they end up married together. Willingly? Not really. So we have their grandparents who had a fling before Saito and Akane even were born, and they regretted not ending up together and decided to not repeat history. What that means, I don't know, but apparently they threatened the two into marriage. Why? Because arranged marriage is a thing in the common world, right? Still, for Saito it was simple: no wedding, no inheritance, and he will get to live like a bum without anything, and he would be disowned by the family. Great. Chill, bro. As for Akane, we have no idea what her grandmother whispered into her ear. We can only speculate. Now though, Saito and Akane has to come to terms with living together because they have to move in together because they're wedded, obviously. But slowly but surely and hilarious, they transform from enemies to lovers, just like step by step. I could hear the song playing in the background. The anime is filled with funny moments that really kept me laughing through the anime, and I love the fact that they kind of switch between animation styles or art styles to complement the jokes that they're trying to do or complement how they are reacting to each other. It's very lighthearted and silly. I think the only thing that kind of creeps me out, and I don't know if that's intentionally, is kind of his little sister. I'm doing this because it's not his little sister, it's his cousin. She's kind of way too into Saito. It's kind of incestly creepy. But other than that, it's a lighthearted, silly, and perfect if you're in the mood for some romantic comedy. I would absolutely recommend this anime. Whew. Okay, we're going over to something really beautiful, and it's called Asura and Flowers. This anime starts with Hana reciting a really dark and deep poem, and it just sets the tone from the start. We follow Hana, who has always loved reciting books and poetry to the children at her hometown. She lives on this secluded island, and she's just very fascinated and loves books and poetry because they drive you to another world. If you're into poetry and stuff like that, you know what we're talking about. But after reciting a poem, she gets approached by a girl called Mitsuki, who is a part of the broadcasting club at the new school that Hana goes to, and really wants Hana to be a part of the broadcasting club. What I enjoyed about this anime is how deep they go into this poetry and how deep they go into being a well-spoken human being, especially when it comes to like reciting the books of poetry, because they really go deep into that and they really drive you out of your body and lets you feel what they mean about that poetry. I love poems. I absolutely love how words can be combined to make something beautiful. And as a person who writes lyrics and poetry, this anime just make me really excited to see how they formulate the entire premise of the show. Until now, I am not disappointed. The feelings I'm left with from the show is a feeling of warm, feeling of comfort. The animation is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful and clean. It's very warm setting with the coldness touch to it, because there is some kind of nostalgia or melancholy, I would say, into this anime that is really beautifully represented. And I really can't wait to see how Hana evolves from her shyness, because she's a really shy girl, but she really wants to perform and recite poetry and books to people and show how much she loves this to the world. The premiere of this anime and the second and third episodes are beautiful, and I would absolutely recommend this if you want something chill and deep, beautiful, and with a lot of poems. Go check it out. The chef kiss tier. Mwah! I gave these animes 9 out of 10 because they're so freaking good. First off, we're traveling to Sakamoto Days, and I just gotta say this, finally we have another one of these hitman gangsters with lovey-dovey family mix anime, and I love that. If you love Buddy Daddies and Spy X Family and stuff like that, you're probably gonna like this anime. We follow a well-known hitman called Sakamoto Taro, who is just a legend in his profession. Well, one day, this guy, this hard man who just kills people by kind of just looking at them, steps into a convenience store to buy some things, looks up, looks at the cashier, and falls in love like that. Immediately, when he falls in love, he's like, I'm done. I'm done killing people. I can't do this anymore. So that was it. He fell for her. They got married. They had a daughter. And this guy just lived the father life and got fat. The perfect calm family life. He's also apparently the neighborhood's handyman. I think the first episode or the second, he rips a ball in two so the kids can have 2 balls to play with. How did he do that? How is that possible? I don't know. It's anime. It's fiction. Don't think about it too much because you're gonna go crazy. But what I enjoyed about this anime is that it has this hand-drawn feeling to it, so it kind of feels like I'm watching a manga. It's quite unique. It's beautiful. For me, first episode has to be one of the best first anime episodes I've seen so far this year. And the mix of action and family really comes together good. I really enjoy the coolness and the harshness of the fighting, but also the calmness of the family. You better not mess with Sakamoto, because this guy will kick your ass, and if you shoot at him, he's kind of like Neo. He only just stops the bullets with chopsticks instead. Let me just say this, that if you're bored and want some good action in your life and some family lovey-dovey things with a cute daughter and cute wife and everything like that, this is absolutely an anime for you. Like I said, if you like Spy X Family, Buddy Daddy, stuff like that, go check this anime out. Let's talk about Honey Lemon Soda, because this anime is just straight up beautiful. That was my first thought when this anime started. From the opening theme to their first interactions to how the art style is, how the beautiful music comes together with the show and makes a whole beautiful scene. It's just so good, because we follow this 15-year-old girl, Yuka, who's been bullied through the entirety of middle school. She was apparently dubbed Stone or Stony because she had the tendency to freeze up in front of people. And I don't know why, but that just set a tone in me that was like, oh fuck, I don't like that. And I felt so bad for her that they didn't give her the time to like process or the time to respond without like starting to banter her. But in the first week of high school, she meets up with Kai for the second time, but this time he accidentally spills lemon soda all over her because he was trying to spill or drive away some people, and Kai is this complete opposite as Yuka is, because she is very shy. She doesn't dare to like do anything or speak up, and he's super popular, speaks up on his opinion. It's very firm on what he likes and what he doesn't like in his life. What I like about this is that their interaction, and he sees her struggling so much that he steps in and tries his best to like motivate her to talk up and become more firm and trust in her own feelings more. He's very encouraging in some sort of harsh way, because he's also annoyed that she can't like speak up for herself. Throughout the episodes that I've seen, she's becoming more and more trusting in her own emotions, even though it goes back to these moments where she thinks that people don't like her or she's too much or whatever. As a person who struggles with mental health issues, the whole depression thing or anxiety thing, where you overthink all the interactions you've ever had with people, even though they're smiling at you or laugh at something you say, you start overcomplicating stuff about, oh, maybe I was weird, maybe they don't like me, did I say something wrong, why are they laughing? You just go out of your way to make your own story of why people don't like you until you're presented with an evidence that they do. I really enjoyed how warm the colors made this anime feel so calm. It's extremely welcoming. And the thing that I immediately noticed is how well they paired the music and the ambience to every scene to make you feel the emotions of what's going on in that. And there's not a lot of anime that do that so well. The art style is quite unique. It's very soft and cute. I love their eyes. I love the scenes and the environment they created. It's really something I haven't seen before, but I also feel kind of nostalgic by it. And like I said before, they really outdid themselves by creating scenes and tone with the ambience or music to perfectly fit them with Yuka's emotions. I didn't even have to get through the first episode before I thought to myself, this is gonna be a hit. Because for me, when I watch anime, I have to feel something. And if I feel something, that's a good show. And this show had me on the brink of tears from some scenes, because some of it really takes me into my own life, where I struggle with my own thoughts about if people like me or if I'm good enough or whatever. I know I repeated myself a bit on this review of Honey Lemon Soda, but it's just beautifully made. It's good music, it's good scenes, and all in all, it's warm, it's welcoming, it feels real, and I would absolutely recommend this show to anybody who wants to fill their heart with something good in their life. Okay, everybody, we come to the end of my recommendation list of the winter 2025 anime. To end it all off, I'm leaving you here with the anime called Medalist. So Medalist is about figure skating, and we follow our main guy called Tsukasa. And Tsukasa has always been let down by the people around him, constantly telling him that he was too old to start figure skating. So when he meets this girl called Inori, or should I say catches Inori when she's trying to sneak into the ice rink because she traded a bag of worms to the old man at the counter, equal exchange? I don't really know, but it works apparently. She freaks out, obviously, runs away. Tsukasa catches her after she tries to crawl up a building, falls. They calm down, start talking to each other, and Tsukasa noticed that she has like a training figure skate book in her bag. After opening up the figure skate book, he can see that she's actually been taking notes and marking the figure skating, and understand that Inori has actually been training by herself because her mother is terrified that she would end up like Inori's older sister that's also been in the figure skating world but was injured and dismissed by their coach. And what I really enjoy about this anime is that you could see that Tsukasa sees himself in Inori, because he can see the fire and the passion and how energetic and happy she becomes when she gets to like figure skate. And I think it's really insane. First of all, I don't know anything about figure skating, but apparently if you're 11 years old and you're starting to figure skate, you're too old. What? That does not make sense to me. How are you too old to start figure skating when you're 11 years old? You just started life, for God's sakes. When Tsukasa sees Inori in the rink for the first time, he sees her movements and immediately goes, she's a freaking genius, and truly believes that she can become one of the greatest figure skaters of all time. And it's such a beautiful thing to watch because you can absolutely feel the encouragement that he has. It's just a straight up good feel anime. It's well made, it's great dialogue, you can feel their emotions and their connections together. You can feel the encouragement, and for someone who hasn't had a lot of encouragement when it comes to my own hobbies or my own dreams when it comes to music and stuff, it's really nice to see a show where that is the premise of the show. It's just very, very, very good. Last but not least, the animation is stunning, and they really managed to get figure skating to come to life with so much energy and finesse in this whole show. The show is passionate, it's warm, it's incredibly encouraging. This might be the best anime of the season. If you don't want to lose it, if you want great dialogue, some funny moments, some encouraging words, you should absolutely watch this anime. Go check it out. So I told you guys there were a dumpster fire, or some dumpster fires. Most of the dumpster fires that I read about on Mal, on my anime list, I didn't watch because I do not care. If they sound like crap, I will not watch them. But this one actually sounded okay, but I was wrong. And I'm calling this part the oh god why, and I gave this anime a 4 out of 10. We're talking about Medaka Kuruai is impervious to my charms. When it started, I was like, maybe this is gonna be good. Maybe it's gonna like work itself up and bring the lovey-dovey thing and bring the heartwarming and not be as trashy as it was. Because first of all, we got this insufferable character called Mona Kawaii. And why? Her name is Mona Q, for fuck's sake. Who wrote this? Anyway, this girl is trying to charm a boy that doesn't get charmed at all. At least that's what she thinks. Because Medaka Kawaii is actually training to be a monk. So he's not allowed to fall in love or to have a girlfriend or a wife. I know. And And since Mona sees this, that he's not interested in her at all, she does anything she can to get his attention. She falls over, shows her panties, she rips over her shirts to show her bra to him, but nothing works. At least that's what she thinks, but inside of him, he's dying because he's just trying to meditate and like mindfulness and crap. It's just very, very low efforty romance anime show. It really got me annoyed. It just got me annoyed by the whole character development or how these characters interact with each other. And also, can I just say this, that who did the colors of the show? Because the brightness is at 1,000. I'm getting flashbanged after flashbanged throughout the episodes. Maybe I'm just too overwhelmed. Maybe I'm just too sensitive. But this anime is just an actual bother. And I tried 2 episodes because I said earlier, give all anime at least 2 or 3 episodes to see if you like it, and I just couldn't do it anymore. It was just too annoying. So Medaka Kuruai, straight up dumpster fire, 4 out of 10. So that's it. That's all I got for this time. I hope you enjoyed this episode of my seasonal animes that we go through every time something new gets released. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed it. If you want to see more, I try to post every 2 weeks. And tell me, do you agree with my list, or is there something that I missed? Is there something that you disagree with? Leave it in the comments down below. I would love to hear your opinion. And if you have an anime that I should be watching that I haven't watched, let me know and I'll maybe make a review about it. I'll see you next time. This is Azul. Bye bye.